X TV.
Hi, I'm Big John McCarthy, and you're watching Planet X.
Bounty hunter, open up. Open up, open the door. Open the door, we won't have to kick it down. Tank.
Person misses court or doesn't pay the balance, you'll be responsible for it. So you're taking responsibility for the defendant in jail.
Okay, you understand that.
Okay. So long as that's something you're willing to do, understand there's going to be payments on the balance. So you still go a balance of $600. Put you on the payment plan, you can pay $200 a month.
$200 a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no money back no matter what happens with the case.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So the paperwork that we fill out, that is for you to fund this account.
No, the paperwork you do with me at the office is just for our records. I'm going to then go down to the court, post a bond, they'll fax it over to the jail. It takes 2 to 6 hours before they get released.
BountyTank, nobody do it better. I ain't making you a priest, I'm collaring a felon.
Bail bondsmen, bounty hunters, were the 1882 version of house arrest. You're released into the custody of whoever your surety is, which now is a bonding company. Back then it may have been a private individual, because bonding companies operated on cash before everybody kind of decided that what's called surety, which in this case means an insurance company, was the easiest mode of travel. So somebody would bond you out and you take off, and you know, it may be a private individual, it may, usually a lot of times it was the state. So somebody like me, get the warrant, or him, we'd ride out on train, horse, carriage, whatever, to wherever they are, find them, get them, and bring them back. Now, back then, people were a lot more apt to pull a gun, so sometimes people got killed, but you still had to deliver the body because there were no fingerprints, there was no facial recognition. The body is what cured the contempt of failing to appear. So, you know, as long as they could look at a picture and go, that's him, you claim your reward, the case would end, whatever. Obviously, they would want you to bring them back alive more than dead, but what dead or alive meant is production of the body. And on our warrants to this day, they say that. Production of the body or otherwise.
Be relentless in your pursuit.
In this special episode, Planet X teams up with America's premier bounty hunting team of BountyTank and Sly from Akron, Ohio. Watch for the action right here on Planet X.
Be relentless.
Planet X TV.
Tonight, along the Texas Gulf Coast, utter devastation. Harvey barreled ashore overnight, packing 130-mile-an-hour winds, blinding sheets of rain, and the treacherous storm surge.
Harvey can't mess with Texas. So donate now to help make Texas whole again.
Planet X TV.
If he comes out with his hands up, he's not going to get hurt. All right, Bobby, get down. Get down. We don't want to hurt you. Get down. I promised your mama I wouldn't hurt you.
But in the modern world, what it's come into is they are now states and not territories, and they have municipalities, and they have county jails, and there are sheriffs, and there are police that didn't exist 200 years ago. So now, you know, if somebody runs to California, you have the option, if the warrant is, they can see it, they'll hold them in this county jail, and there's a formal extradition process. But one of the weird, archaic things about bail bondsmen is our authority actually supersedes extradition. So if law enforcement finds them in California, they put them in jail in California, and they have a formal extradition hearing, and they bring them back. Okay. We can still grab them and just take them.
The bounty hunter's ability to go anywhere in the USA to grab their target without local intervention by authorities is a powerful tool for the bail industry.
assume we told him, come up with $2,000. This is my guess. And then she was, well, I got 15. Okay, I'll bite. 15. Well, 1405. Okay, all right. 1405. Who's signing? Dad. Dad's got a job. Dad probably owns a home. But the kid's 19, which means he probably has a juvie record that we can't see, because that's sealed in the state of Ohio. And if he was 25, I'd say, okay, he's been out of trouble for a while. He just crested over the juvenile system a year ago. So chances are this is just a continuation of his prior behavior. It's just now he's in the adult system.
IDs, this East 112th
Which
Street.
we're going to Cleveland next anyway, so this might lead us back to Cleveland anyway when we're going looking for Dana.
He uses it, or she uses it, he uses it, brother and sister both use it. It's an upstairs to the building.
Is it a house split in half?
I believe so. So it's going to be difficult.
So it's a 1 and 1/2, and it's probably got a piece of wooden stairs leading up.
Yeah, but I think sister's downstairs and whoever else is downstairs and he's upstairs.
So the whole house is hostile.
Yeah, so the whole house is them.
His shit's going to be at her place because
Yes.
she's gone.
Right.
That would be ideal. And then if not, we got to go threaten her and her.
Right.
Or whatever.
And then these two are the co-signers. These are the two co-signers on the case. That's brother. We have him out on bond too. He's on a 20,000.
So there's a real threat. He can go right back to jail.
Yeah, he's on a 20,000 trafficking charge, and she's just some girl.
Well-wisher.
You know. So we'd start with her next, and then find him and snatch him up and say you can go to jail, or you can tell us, where he's at.
Proper research and planning is a critical task for the bounty hunter to effectively find their target without too much issue and wasted time.
That's nonsense. You can come up. That's her my little brother. He's a minor. He don't got to do with this. He's not in here.
Right.
Okay.
in there.
Over a misdemeanor, a misdemeanor. If I would have knew that, I would have never signed the papers. I'm just as mad as you
All
are.
right, for one, it ain't about the charge, it's about the money. So either you produce them, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna start kicking in doors in here. So it's up to you. What you wanna do?
I'm trying to find them just like you are.
This morning, we were going after Lawrence as Bond Frank Road out of Akron Municipal Court for permitting drug abuse. Frank looked into his history. We saw no violent history. He didn't see much of any history. The indemnitor was his mother. Essentially, knowing Akron Municipal Court the way we do, if it is not a felony or violent offense, they will not keep them. So we knew it was summonsable. So based on that information, we decided to approach it with a more community policing approach. That's not the right word, but it is the theory behind it. There was no need to get dressed up in a tactical gear and be heavily armed and attack that house when we knew the end result was he was not going to jail, nor was he going to spend 1 minute in a cell.
Be relentless in your pursuit.
Coming up next, we join BountyTank Sly and crew on another hunt in the community of Akron, Ohio.
See what happens.
Be relentless. Be relentless in your pursuit to greatness in that gym. Finish every rep, every set. BCAAs are essential. Pre-workout, post-workout, I do my enduro workouts. In between my BCAAs and others, I got 50 servings. Most companies, they give you 30. I'm giving you 50. I'm giving you a bang for your buck.
Planet X TV.
run, and you seem
He's
like
not
very
gonna
nice
run.
people.
No, we
I'll
miss
stand
him. He's
right
a very
here.
nice guy.
And that's why we're being very nice. But you would be shocked how many people I have to chase through that field. And I don't think Ed's going to be one of them, but I'm a little paranoid. I'm not even going to cuff you, because you're not going to jail. Unless there's something that you're not telling me, which is like a probation or felony warrant or something like that. You got to ride with us.
Yeah.
All right. If there's something else, it won't be us taking, it won't be us holding you. It'll be something else. We're going to take you down to Akron Municipal Court to the police desk in the front.
Okay.
They're going to call your file up. You see any reason why they would keep him based on you?
Just like a type of court.
Right, so they're going to summons you on the contempt, which means they're going to give you no court date, but they're going to release us from the bail.
Okay.
One
of you guys can follow him down there.
If you know how to get to Akron Municipal Court, man, that's where we're going.
I'm going to change and then I'll be there, okay?
Yeah, we're going to the police desk, and it's all right if you're 10 or 15 minutes later, because they're going to have to find him, pull his stuff from the 7th floor. It's a process.
Okay.
They treated me so well, better than anybody. I'm telling you what, they are the best in the world at what they do, very polite, and I couldn't have asked for better people to deal with.
How did it go? Was it a big deal?
No, it wasn't. I was in and out. Quick, easy, painless. The load is off my shoulders, and I'm a happy guy.
Approaching their target with respect and kindness is the most powerful tool in the bounty hunter's arsenal, something that really works for our crew.
She's a fugitive. Really? So why you have her name up there?
No, I don't.
Why do you have her name up there? And who put it up here? Probably in here somewhere. Switch rooms.
Yeah.
God, we're not gonna leave. I'm gonna keep looking in here. I'm gonna keep searching until I find some so they can take you away. I promise. What you wanna do? You wanna go to jail for them? You want me to keep looking? I'm gonna keep searching, man. What you wanna do? I'm not the police. I can do differently. What do you wanna do? Why's your blood all over the sheets?
Where's she at?
You hurt somebody?
No.
So why's your blood all over the sheets?
And right now I'm done talking. I feel like I'm being harassed.
I mean, actually, there's blood on the sheets. You tried to cover up and make the bed.
Might be more than what we came here for.
As a dedicated bodybuilder and fitness expert, BountyTank's ability to get into a house quickly is an amazing advantage to take his target into custody.
Most people never have to deal directly with a bail bondsman, so there's a lot of misconception as to what we actually do. When someone gets arrested, generally, if it's determined by the court that they need incentive to get back, they're given a bail in non-capital cases. At that point, they set a bond, and usually it's cash. Sometimes they allow deposit to the court, varying by state and jurisdiction and the seriousness of the offense.
Can't do what I want to do. So I'm just fucking. Put your feet out, okay? How you got a black daughter, but you call me racist?
Basically, like something like freelance police with less regulation. That is really the 10% of the time that things go sideways. That is the end result of a lot of other systems and events that have led you to that point that went wrong.
You need at least $2 grand. He out here got stacks in his hand singing. Look like he's singing some Yo Gotti. Look at him. He got money in his pocket. What are you talking about? He got stacks too. Look at him. He got about 10. Did that little mother just spit? Man, this is being in the hood one-on-one right now.
Hey guys, my grandbaby's in here.
Oh, hey big guy. I don't know.
Are these her shoes?
What's
The black ones?
my kids? Yeah, my kids do.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Be relentless in your pursuit.
It just goes to show there is no stereotypical person that ends up being rounded on a bounty pursuit. People of all colors and backgrounds easily fall into the hands of our bounty crew.
Be relentless. Be relentless in your pursuit to greatness in that gym. You work crazy hours, you need a good quality pre-workout. This right here is legit. Relentless Pursuit Nutrition. The name goes with what I do. I don't stop. Finish reps. I keep going until I can't go no more.
No matter the gender or size of their target, our bounty hunters follow the police standard of using handcuffs for security and safety needs.
Pushing me, man.
What the you gonna do?
More than that, keep it up.
Huh?
You want me to swap cuffs?
You gonna what? You gonna what?
Want me to swap cuffs?
The court generally will issue a warrant and revoke that bond and put the bond agent on notice to go get the person and bring them back. It's worth noting that through a system of checks and balances, a lot of times the bond agent is able to get the family, the accused, whoever the indemnitors are, and the principal to fulfill the contract without resorting to that. Now that's what's funnest to the general public. That is what probably sells the best from an action perspective, but it's actually the exception as opposed to the rule, because not everybody requires corralled in a violent fashion. I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. I mean, because it does, and that's our importance. Is it's if we can't do it by other means, and we move to the enforcement end where we actually act upon that warrant as their jailer and return them back to the jurisdiction. And we are a privately funded business. It is for profit, but we work to the benefit of the system. We work with the system at no cost to the taxpayer. The bonding company generally bears the risk. There is a co-signer, but the bonding company is the first line of defense in getting that done. And that is a service that completely absolves the taxpayer of any obligation, because either we bring back the individual or we pay the face amount of the bond, which that money is then used to fund municipal services, police, courts, fire, whatever general fund that the city uses to spend that money on. I mean, they could throw a Christmas party for the judge if they so chose. It's civic funds at that point. So that is really the day-to-day operation of the business. The enforcement, while it is vital, it is necessary, it does public good, it is only a consequence of something else not happening first. Nobody is running in and kicking in people's doors and throwing guns around as a first line of defense. I mean, that's just, it may be sensational, it may be something that is enjoyable to watch, and it is thrilling, but it is not what we do every day. Our primary focus is on helping people, getting them out of jail, keeping them out of jail, keeping them out of trouble. I mean, we try to do, once someone's in my custody, I can't tell them what to do beyond stay out of trouble, don't hurt anybody, get to court. I mean, my mandates are pretty simple, and those are usually the restrictions of bail handed down by the court. But while I have your attention, there are times when I try to get on my soapbox a little bit and give it a little bit of advice, nudge in the way of a social program if there's a drug or alcohol issue, if there's an anger issue, at least try to keep the victim separated. I mean, we do what good we can, and while I have somebody's undivided attention because I'm essentially their jailer, you save who you can along the way. And it's a decent pulpit when you've bought someone's freedom that they kind of are a little bit more apt to listen to you. And it also, a lot of times on a driving or a drunk issue or something where there's maybe a chronic problem, the family is forced to confront the issue, because once they have to call a bail bondsman and they've got to see this ugly mug at 3 a.m. at the county jail staring at them, securing their loved one's release, kind of drives home the point that there's something underlying, even if it's a minor situation, that needs addressed.
Recently I've been doing a lot of work with Sly Bail Bonds. They are very reputable. As a matter of fact, if I have a client that is in jail that needs to get out and is in need of a bail bondsman, Sly is the call that I make for that client. It's the call that I tell the client's family to make. It assures everyone that if Sly bails somebody out, that they're going to show up for their court appearances, which makes it nice for a criminal defense attorney to make sure that their clients are there, prompt. They keep track of where everything is during the course of the case, and quite honestly, a lot of bail bondsmen out there do not do that and don't offer the same types of services. I've never had a complaint from one of my clients who says that Sly wasn't right out at jail when they needed to be there to get them out, and made arrangements for whatever kind of financing that needed to be done.
We wanted to give you a view of our lives as bounty hunters, bail bondsmen, as family man, in a different light. Is not the typical what you're used to seeing. We're not going to people's houses with tactical gear, kicking people's doors in, cussing people out. It's not what you're used to seeing at all. You know, we're bringing a different light to it. You don't have to be, you know, the same as what everybody else is on TV. You don't have to do it the exact same way, but you can still be effective and still be successful. We just wanted to show you there's a different way to do this, and you can still be successful at it, but it's a completely different way to do what we're doing in this industry. We hope you guys were able to see how we how we do things, and not what you're used to seeing on television. Be relentless in your pursuit.
Working with Planet X, BountyTank and Sly are launching a new TV series that will help define a new and more consumer-friendly bail industry as leaders in their local community.
I can't wait. Be relentless.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
You are watching Planet X. You will eat, sleep, and breathe. Planet X.
Hey, what's up? This is Aisha Tyler. Thanks for watching Planet X.
Watch BountyTank and Sly on the hunt with future episodes of Planet X.
We've decided we're going to give back to the community in a way other than just interacting by getting people out or putting them back into the local jail. So Akron every year holds a soapbox derby, which is a pretty big event. We've decided we're going to sponsor a car in that in 2018 because anything I build will immediately fall apart. We were going to put Frank in the car, but then we decided that unless it's a very big grade downhill, I don't think that we would be able to build a frame that would be able to pass their rules and still support his ample frame.
brightest stars in the galaxy are on Planet X.